87. Not happy with that. Procentalgoritm. Not great, not great. Ja, men sådär då. Sup, hello, hi, welcome to Witchcraft. I'm Lord.Cairnmark and you are here to ask me about Witchcraft. Simple as that. This is my wife. Cool. That's about it. Hi. So yeah. Hi. How's it hanging? How's it going? Maya Blanc, how you doing? Jumps? What do you mean jumps? What? What are you talking about? What? How you doing, Blanc? Lord Jumps Enjoy. Is my new doll haunted? This is so random. Maya, why would it be haunted? Tell me the details here. Amanda, thank you for following, beautiful. I will not jump in joy. Blank. I refuse jumping in joy. I barely jump as is. Blanked? You did win a whole membership thing. You do know that, right? Okay, that's one detail, Maya. Cool. So it's one of those weird porcelain dolls. So yeah, Blanked. What's your question? What reading would you need? Does some Callow still have feelings for me? And Amanda, if you do want a reading, pop into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a reading from there, okay? Hi, you live in this time too, Jay? It happens. Do you see the bar? Not enough. So we're here. Wife is here. She's in frame. Briefly. Okay. Cool. She's beautiful. I know. I know. Hi, wifeer.
I can't see anything in these glasses though. They're so smudgy.
Clean them. Virgil, top of the morning. Did you end your live to join mine? Hen to the low again. I was thinking you were going somewhere completely different with that one. An angel, how you doing? Zuri, scared. Why? Scarred, maybe. Greetings, Zuri. Hi. Why scared? Can I make my mother and me relationship a bit better? Ooh, that is a good question. Clear the first zone anyway. Fair enough, Erdo. Fair enough. Perfect to do it zone-wise as well. Pretty good, pretty good. Tasha, well, hello, how we hanging? Unblocked, savor what you have already. Work on it, and I mean truly work on it. Spend the time, spend energy, spend emotions on what you have. Ruby, I'm allergic, thank you. Yes. Or I can just... Well, we do have this as well. It's sharp. How's mine doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Oh yeah.
Pretty blanky.
It's your birthday today. Can I ask what the universe needs me to hear? Clovasho, how do we verify that it's your birthday today? Why I'm here in this city? That is a great question. Insisting on certain things and I get triggered. So... Did the reading make sense, Blank? That's my question here. Ruby? No, I'll already just not take it, to be honest. Can you guess how a person is like with sun, moon? I mean, if you want to go by birth charts, I suppose, yeah. Doing a bit tired, but okay. Virl, that's absolutely fair. Tasha, I'm doing magical. I just kicked the dog. Anyway. You just break it. What the fuck is this? Okay, I'm not gonna dare doing that. Anyway, people, ask about witchcraft. What sour food can I give you as life to show life sucks? Well, nothing really, because life doesn't suck. Prime top of the morning. And I don't like sour food, so, you know. Definitely my birthday. I have the gray hairs to prove it. That is not how a birthday goes. You're not just getting one gray hair on a birthday like that. What? How do you think about numerology? I read a few books and it really differs by authors. Not just authors, but by practice. Authors, I can imagine, takes it from different kind of situations and cultural heritage and stuff like that as well. Like, for example, the Arabic numerology or Sikhr numerology or Sifu or Safir. What? Do I have to do this on the Witchcraft Live? So yeah, and that's just talking about the Arabic one. Can you imagine? No one would actually have gray hairs. Yeah. Anyway, what am I talking about? What was I talking about? Something Arabic. There you go. Prime says, "Hey, wife." Blanked, have fun. Hey, beautiful wifey, says Tasha.
Hi.
I think you need to speak up because I fixed my mic and stuff.
Hi.
That did get into the mic at the very least. Virgil, that is not how lemonade works now. You're saying you made orange juice with extra sugar. Is she Norwegian? Yes. She says underneath the table, trying to put on a collar on a dog. God. Had a panic attack today thanks to those guys in school. Prime, I can imagine that. Oh, honestly. Hello! Malin is also Norwegian. Did you hear that? She asked where you're from, Malin. In French, it technically has its own name too. A version I can imagine that, yeah. When will I find a girlfriend? If you want to, 1, we can make a reading of that if you'd like, or 2, we can make some spell work to make it more of a guarantee rather than a question. I do in fact breathe. There is your random update. Damien, fair. Thank you. Bergen.
Oh, that's where my dad's from.
That's where my dad's from. She says, if you didn't hear. It just doesn't have a good translation. Well, fair. Fair. Lillian Tap in the morning. How you doing, beautiful? Is that a wife?
Yeah. A somewhat annoying wife trying to fix a dog collar.
Wife! Yes.
Oh, wait. I think I got it.
She almost got it. I miss wife. Well, Tammy, you're never here, bruh. Well, neither is she. Saw a video of a guy that looks just like you trying to lift the spear of Benkei. What is it, 4 kilos? I think you can do that though. 8 kilos, I think it is. You know, it's just very wonky. She's beautiful, I know. Isn't that much? In a very unergonomical way, it gets quite heavy. Yes. So there's that. Anyway, fun with a goodie bag. Fuck it, YOLO. Okay. Let me click the thing. There we go. Goodie bag is sent. 8 kilos of what? Well, iron. It's the bank. People Google the Spirit Banky. I thought it was you for a second. I was like, what are you doing here? I wish. Can you read reasons instead of yes and no, future and such? Yes. It's called augury at that point, but yes. It's always a little bit nicer with the deeper readings as well, rather than a quick yes and no's. Tade, thank you for following as well. Beautiful. We're already up 1,664 likes, which is quite nice. Ruby, per what? The music is lovely. I know, right, Elizabeth? We're playing the latest bombs from the 1500s here. Yeah, it's 200 pounds. I don't know what that is. What is 200 pounds? I don't. I only have knives and swords. But so this is doing that. Anyway, people, ask anything about witchcraft. Or get yourself a reading so we can do that. That's always fun. Thank you for the heart, me, Damien. I did not, Virgil. As I said, my best friend was here, so I've had it quite busy, and I was at the dentist today. So fun. So no, I haven't really checked in on a lot of things. Oh shit, 107 people. Hi. People, if you're interested in witchcraft, I'm live every Monday to Friday. If you have any questions about witchcraft, ask anything. If you want a reading, tarot, mediumships, whatever, pop into my profile. Click the thing there. Be cool as fuck. Or, if you're interested in myths and legends, I mean, honestly, every fucking fantasy movie out there is based on something. Every single fantasy movie is unoriginal. That's a fun hot take. Been waking up around 7:20 a.m. every day for no reason, and it's making me violent. Isn't it fun? I wake up every day at 5. Could you imagine that? That's also a very fun one. Whew. So yeah, people, ask anything you want to about witchcraft. How does Lunestone reading work? Red witch means what? Jay, could you please re-English that one? Also, dog is getting mad because main human is outside of the room. What's happening? Goodie bag. Virgil, get with the program. But don't know how to do one. Happy to stop by for a few seconds. I was actually in the middle of watching Harry Potter, the first movie, and suddenly ended up here after taking a break. Well, Elizabeth, hi and welcome to Continued Witchcraft, I suppose. And Rafa Vefliln got the goodie bag. Well done, dude. Well done. Well done. Hello, I have a question, Icy. What kind of question? If I set fire to a lemon, what beast can I piss off? Not many, but what you can do, because it's quite cool, if you only cut a really nice stiff part of the lemon zest and squeeze it while holding a lighter, you can make it go which is quite cool. Works a little bit better with orange. But yeah, people, ask literally anything about witchcraft. If you want to learn about witchcraft, I am here for that as well. Lady Firefox, how you doing? So, do you believe that there are really people like Harry Potter who cheat deaths? I mean, I know of a few who cheat deaths. There's this one famous country singer who died twice, after all. Amazing song, American Dreaming. I do not know the artist, though. But yeah, people have died and come back, after all. So, yeah. Would food coloring bottles be too small to keep for spell jars or something? No, it would be absolutely perfect. For instance, is my girlfriend Tinyeko cheating on me? That is a great question. If you do want a reading, you might want to get a reading. Pop into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get anything you need from there. You see, I offer readings, books on witchcraft, private lessons to learn about witchcraft, spell work to get back at your cheating dude there. For onesies. Would you say that you are cheating, in a way? Virgil? No. I'm working with the tools given to me. Would you say that a plumber would never use a wrench, you know? Kind of strange. Okay, thank you. Guess I'll collect those as well. Fuck yeah. Whenever do you call your deities or spiritual guardians, what do you feel? I don't call upon them, they suddenly are there. I don't stress them out. They come and goes as they want. Oh, Virgil. No, still using the tools. To be honest, not cheating. Is salt important in Western witchcraft? It's important here in Northeastern Asia. Yes. That alongside knocking on wood and everything like that usually comes from the whole general idea about from like around the year 0 to 1500s. Like, what is most commonly used in the household? Oh, salt, iron, wood, and then kind of stuff turns into legends, and legends turns into myth, and myth turns into witchcraft. Have you seen the pics on Discord? No. Hello. Again, we not cooking. No, we here because we want to cook. Chucky is sat there watching Minecraft video on YouTube. Nice. Any suggestions to help with decision making outside of cards and pendulum? Molly? Intuition, but there are several ways. I mean, I offer, for example, bones and osteomancies and stuff like that. We offer runes, tarot, claromancy, pendulums, oracle cards, deck of many things, dice. There's a lot of ways, but honestly, the best ways I would argue is claromancy. That's my favorite at the very least. You get a good look of literally everything. What, evening live? Ninetales, right? Yeah. What cheating death with spells maybe make the actual death be earlier than original? Smoking, Malin. Is there anything I can do with my big piece of Ölands raukar? Most likely storm stuff. Really chaotic shit. Did you ever find it hard to start practice without feeling like you had to look up the exact ways? Well, I am a major nerd, got 2 bachelors on the topic alongside 5 books, and I've been doing this for 30 years. No, I started out before I was conscious, so I wouldn't quite know, honestly, if it was difficult or not. I can just assume that was difficult, let's be honest. Teaching a 1-year-old is not easy stuff. We still on 70% due to his work. If it gets better, I'll try to help a bit again. Oh, truly, thank you. I've started tarot and I was wondering if there is anything you do before reading to help. No, not necessarily, no. But everyone does different things. So if you would like to learn a lot about tarot, if you would like to learn about what the cards are, how to do spreads, so on and so forth, I do offer up private lessons. Will I get this job? Great question. You might want to consider yourself getting a private reading. Pop into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get whatever you need from there. Send again, but private this time. I think I made an altar for the 3 Norns. Dope. As someone who came from an atheist background, it is hard. Fair enough. What time is it for you? Wife, what time is it for me?
Showtime.
It's apparently showtime. Nadia, if you want a reading, pop into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a live reading so we can answer it straight away. So you're a white witch? No, I'm a polymathical omnist, if you'd like to look at that up. Does using a spell cost a price? No, not necessarily. Fantastic. You have some good questions. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Marlon. Comparison to my wife who says it's just showtime, Marlon says what time it is for us. Thank you. I finished it yesterday. Fair enough, fair enough. Hawk, many years. Why our practice? 30. If that answers whatever question that is. I didn't quite understand it, but I've been practicing for 30 years. Do so. Do so, lady. Do so. Kaja, get yourself a live reading. Pop into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a reading from there. Dog is having a brawl. Yeah, they played a game called Bitey Face, or ruining a pillow, as far as I can see. All the cute babies in the back. Yeah. Ruining one of our favorite pillows, the one that is like a nice aesthetic pillow, and one of the dogs like, fuck yeah, I can pull this one out. I was thinking if you believed in people who survived reincarnation. Yes, I'm an honest. Can you make it not rain for download Facebook? We can absolutely certainly try. Get your spell work from my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get anything you need there. Although it does seem like with a big weather kind of spell work there, I would argue that you would need to get a custom spell. Someone added you, Tasha. You need to answer. Virgil? Of course. Ja, du har en form av glas, ja. Nej, the most Stockholmian way possible. Yeah. Good afternoon. How you doing, beautiful Nally? To be fair, I've seen a bunch of people requesting spells, and the weekend has actually changed. So, I'm in love with someone. We have been orbiting each other out whole life. Does he feel the same? Ooh, Inge, that is a good question. You might want to get yourself a live reading. Does Hoodoo Mojo bags work? Yes. You read tarot, right? So your ability is not only tarot. No, definitely not only tarot now. For example, I'm sitting here fiddling with osteomancy, for example. Do you think there are people selling their souls or making contracts? We actually had a talk at the cafe today about this alone. I at least answered that question from people who wants to sell their souls to Satan and stuff like that, or to other deities at least once a month. So yes, Jay, there definitely is. Elizabeth, you're welcome. Girly. Oh my god. What? Good. Because if you say yes, then you put yourself in a box. Lid Firefox, what do you mean? I mean, I do it all, though. This is not just a hobby, this is lifestyle. This is literally my full-time job, so yeah. And Resin, Molly, thank you all for following, beautiful people. You helped me to change myself to beautiful direction. Heck yeah, Nobby. Heck yeah. Good, because if you... No, already did that. Avalon liked and subbed. Thank you a lot, Avalon. Inge, thank you for following as well, beautiful. Do you miss your previous work? I sometimes miss the office shenanigans. I do miss the office shenanigans. I do not miss the old work, no. Only the office shenanigans, but honestly, if I were to decide, I could get friends as well. How did it work? What do you mean, how did it work? How did what work? Then you put yourself in a label. If you say I am a witch, then box is around the box, not outside where there is more to see. Exactly, that is why I'm a polymathical omnist. I do it all. How it works to get a reading. So, pop into my profile, click the link in my bio, and you can find both live readings as well as private readings. The live readings is quite simple. You get it, and then you pop over here, and then you ask your question needed. If you either got one question, a quick yes or no, or a 3-card pull, you ask a question. If you got infinite questions, you got at least an hour and a half to ask as many questions as you want about literally whatever the fuck you want to. Then you also have the private reading. You can get the private reading. Once you got that, I offer tarot, runes, claromancy, bones, you name it. Once you get that, you get a Google Calendar booking link. You book the best time that suits you. Do not worry. It's super simple. It's also fitted to your time zone. So you really get like, when am I booking for my hours and stuff. In that booking later on in your calendar, there will be a Google Meet link so that you and I will sit on a video call so we can have that private meeting as well. Is ayahuasca witchcraft or just tripping? No, there are shaman works about ayahuasca, absolutely, but it is a very introspective kind of practice. Is there a way to have a luck big? Yes, indeed. You might want to get yourself a road opener for that. And here in live, you get a live reading. Exactly. So I offer 2 types of readings, private and live. Go into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and it gets quite obvious from there on if you want a live or a private one. Hood is in the same... How to get more energy for the rituals? Sleep. Have a fun life. Do your hobbies. Do what interests you. Cool, you have no box. People love to label their self in, yeah. I have labeled myself with the biggest fucking label though, so yeah. There's that nerd. Really? There is something for good luck? Oh, absolutely. A lot of witchcraft is often and more often than not about self-empowerment and luck and abundance and protection and blessings and cleansing. So absolutely. And Abby too, thank you for following, but also Abby too, if you do want a reading, go into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and you can find both private readings as well as live readings there. Will I get a job this week? Great question, Leo. Get yourself a live reading. If you want it answered here on the live. That is. Avalon, that goes for you too. Good answer. Thank you. I do have 2 bachelors and 5 books on the topic. Nerd is kind of a narrowed down thing. So yeah. Will you contact me? User 75. Get yourself a reading from my profile. Click in there. I do offer a lot. You can find whatever you need from there. For example, you can make it more of a certainty by getting a spell work rather than a reading. That's a possibility as well. Hi, I'm waiting for my US visa since 3 years. When will I get my visa? My whole life has been stuck. Well, if you do want a reading, pop into my profile, click a thing in my bio, and get yourself a live reading. Sorry, I missed that. Just heard you say my name, Avalon. Yes, go into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and you can find all the things I offer. You can find literally whatever. Readings, spells, books, mediumship, memberships, friendship. You get it. There's a lot in there. Where's first the blocking? Spells? What's that? Spell work. When you work with the metaphysical world, depending on what you kind of do. For example, this is a road opener. Spell work, you know, Harry Potter and stuff. Or Lord of the Rings, or The Magicians, or you get it. There's a lot of fun stuff. You practice witchcraft? I've seen that thumbnail. How's that going? Well, this is my full-time job. I would argue that it's quite fun. Are you asking if I'm doing OnlyFans, Julie Truly? Do you want me to? Lady Fire, who said that you need to pay for any of that? All I'm saying is go into my profile and get whatever you need from there. Are there many artists into witchcraft / occult? What do you think? Artists? That means that you're into a quite niche kind of artist type there, Jay. Not more than that. Hello from California. Hi from Sweden. I'm just gonna start saying hi from Stockholm, and I just hope that people understand it the same way Americans introduce themselves. Hi from Austin. Hi from Idaho. Hi from Georgia. No, you get it. Are we talking about art? Virgil J is talking about art. Lady Firefox is absolutely fine. What do you think of others going to a witch house to raise Solomon from the dead? I'm gonna say good luck with that. Good afternoon, Y Moon. How you doing? How you doing? Found any hunky dudes lately? Just wanted to showcase my dogs in the background there. Playing the game Bitey Face. And can you adjust your mic because it's dull sound? Really? I tried to fix it so that it doesn't sound fucking shit and you can hear the full room. You have no idea how those two sound back there. What is that lamp about? Are they shells on the... You mean the candle? You mean the spell work, Jay? I saw your profile link, but I thought we could ask a free question in chat. Who told you that, Avalon? Need to be sharper. Ladyfire. It's fine. Sounds fine in here. Yeah, TikTok sounds says it's fine. Yeah, I literally can't do shit here. Filters, high, low. Whoop. Maybe that. I don't know. Whatever. Hope that helped. I thought that was a lamp, not a candle. Yeah, there. Here's a little candle. Here's runes. That's salt. All the papers I need for a thing. And Malkav did a thing. What did Malkav do, though? Thank you, Malkav. Truly. Wow, internet is not helping me a lot here. Live bone throwing infinite questions? Heck yeah, Malkav. Heck yeah. Peter marry me this year, and Dima, if you do want a reading, do like Malkav and go into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a live reading. Do you smoke? If so, what is your smoke of choice? Not other than TNT, honestly. Math. Boom, 22%, nice. Christina, heck yeah, thank you for micro-modding there. Because the title of this live stream literally says, ask anything for free. Yeah, in Witchcraft. Ask anything about Witchcraft. Go wild. Are you guys making this a smoking live on YouTube? That's kind of strange, seeing that I don't smoke, but okay. You smoke herbal tea? That's kind of weird. Sounds not good for your lungs, to be honest. I wonder what that person said. Oh my god. Well, what happened to that person? I was about to say, since when do you smoke? Yeah, exactly. How late are my reimbursements going to be this month? Are we sure about this, Virgil? Oh god, Malkav, that sounds absolute ass. Eventually. Virgil, so do read into that. No, yeah. Can you explain the basics of witchcraft? Well, absolutely. So, one, there's like 3 minor steps to it. One, it can be religious. It doesn't need to be, but it can be. There are atheist witches out there. It's absolutely a thing. But it doesn't need it to be religious for it to be a witchcraft. It can be political, and inherently it is political, and alongside the US fucking Reformation, seeing that Wicca alongside 180 other religions is not considered a religion anymore, it is kind of inherently political. Doesn't mean that you need to make it political for you and your practice. And secondly, it is a craft. Well, thirdly, and most importantly, it is a craft. It's a practice. If you do teas, if you do stews, okay, cool. So put your intention into it, do all that fun stuff, so on and so forth. It's a practice. It's a craft. It's the interest of it all. After that, if we do talk from a religious standpoint as well, it can be singular. You work with one religion or one belief or one thing. Like you are a Wiccan, you're a Christian, you're a Muslim. Okay, cool. Most likely those religions won't even allow you to do other kind of practices alongside other religions. Singular witchcraft, then you can also be eclectic, where you take bits and pieces from other practices. Like, ooh, I like that god from Mysticism, that god from Greek. I like the spell work from there. I like that belief idea from there, ooh, and so on and so forth. Then you have this little box of saying, fuck yeah, this is my individualistic practice and I really like what I have. And then the last one is chaos. and then you chuck things in a fucking bucket, and you chuck that fucking bucket in the general direction, hoping for the best. What kind of people can be affected by love spells, and what kind of people will it not bind? Well, it's actually quite simple, to be honest. Most people are affected by that. Have you seen Obsession? I have seen Obsession. I didn't like it for one bit. Virgil, Toppenborn, how you doing? How long do we need to practice to be able to say I do witchcraft? 5 minutes, Jay. It's a title. Let's say, I mean, some people even say they're an accountant before they get a job, right? They just got an education of it. Marketers as well, so on and so forth. What if I turn the religion in God equal good open door? I did not understand it whatsoever, to be honest. Sorry about that. Blue Lotus is fun to smoke? Never heard of. The whole world I don't know a lot about, to be honest. Never really interested me whatsoever. I have to cook. Tasha, have an amazing day. Charity, hi. How you doing? Am I doing the right thing by pursuing energy healing? I mean, we finally got a bone question mark. Nice, nice. No. Am doing cool, Charity. Dope. Nice. Like that. But yeah, Malkov. No. I don't know if I would graduate with Latin honors. And Takahashi, Sophie Takahashi-san. If you do want a reading, do like Malkov here and go into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a reading from there. Have you written any books on the subject? I got 5 books actually. Go into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and you can check out all my 5 books. The 5th book even have one of my bachelors on the topic on it as well. So the first book is The Anatomy of Spells, Curses, and Sigils. The second one is about beasts and pantheons, so gods and monsters, practically. The third one is herbology and tools. The fourth one is astrology, divination, and metaphysical talents. And the fifth one is a witch's guide to tourism, and the idea about authenticity behind tourism and world history about witchcraft. For example, the burnings and persecutions and shit. So yeah, I got 5 books actually, working on 6th. Need to go, but I love your honesty, but in 5 minutes you can say I do witchcraft to the people. Thank you. You're welcome. Honestly, it ain't that deep. It's a title. The books are awesome. Thank you, Malkov. So yeah, if you are interested, pop into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a book on witchcraft. Or if you do want to, you can also literally just take a private lesson with me. It takes 2 hours. I'll answer all questions that you do. If you want to make it more practical, we'll make it practical. If you want to make it tarot, let's make it tarot. If you want to learn mediumship, let's do it in mediumship. Simple as that, to be honest. Takes 2 hours for most things. Can I ask something about shadow work? Lola, of course. You can ask anything about witchcraft. Go wild. Gifting suspended? Reproduced content? I hate it when it does this. Who used a reproduced content in here? Stop that immediately. Is it common for broom closet witches to struggle with even basic Reese spells? Not impossible, but no, not necessarily. It really depends on if you like the logic behind it. So I think it is more to the sense of your interest and what you find easy to do. For some people, cord cuttings may seem quite advanced, while other things like cleansings and protections, maybe other closeted witches find it so much more easier to curse and hex and jinx, so on and so forth. You know, like, we're all built differently. Like, I'm not an accountant for many reasons. I'm not a civil engineer for many reasons. Just like I'm doing witchcraft for many reasons, you know? So it's really, I think, honestly, up to that. No, shadow work is like a bad you're unconscious, in a sense. Like your fierce dark self, not necessarily. May I know if I will be successful in my business? Charity, of course. Pop into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a reading. What's your views on Aleister Crowley? That was definitely a guy who existed. Which one? Are you talking about the Scottish 1500s or the other guy from the 1900s? I did a shadow work not even like 7 minutes and I cried immediately. That just means that you have a lot to go through. You just remember, you do not have to do it alone, and you literally can go to therapy about that kind of stuff as well. 1900s, so Aleister Crowley, who created Wicca? No, that's Gardner. The Book of the Law, Aleister Crowley. Right. I don't really have opinions about dudes. Hey, I asked Witchcraft question. Avalon? Lovely. Where? I feel like I answered that one a while ago, because you already asked that earlier. I think you missed it. But literally, anyone. Avalon. Anyone. Illegal! For who? My God. ICL, I have nobody in therapy is kind of not a thing, because otherwise everybody would be arrested. Lola? What is that sentence? Can I ask, do you have any book recommendations on potions? I don't. I do not. No. And honestly, the scariest thing is when the moment you ask for book recommendations, you also need to also state, hey, I work with this. I like Greek, I like Kemetic, I like Wiccan, I like Shinto, I like Hindu, I like Celtic, so on and so forth. Appeal not approved. Fuck you. Cannot be restored in recommendations and search results. So, I suppose we're stuck with the 19 people that we are here today. What? Is it this one? Because I've been wondering if it's about the music. Could be the X-Men. Where the fuck is the X-Men? There we go. Oh well, that ruined my whole income for this live. I've had someone repeatedly trying to get me to get their spiritualist shirt. Should I go? Absolutely not. Trust me on that one, Malcolm. That is a bit fanatic. Like, if I went to therapy, everybody in my life would be in jail. Lola? So? I'll force you to write this potion book, Virgil. Fucking do it, bruh. Should really be in the herbology and tools section of the big book. I'm basically fine with any as long as it's not a closed practice. And crying, you see, that is kind of when it turns kind of wonky, because at that point I will start throwing my stuff your way. And I don't want that. I ask what kind of people are easily affected by things like love spells versus people who can't be bound by that. So there are people who does have protections and sigils and blessings and cleansings. I don't know, as works and tattoos and I don't know, stuff like that, you know. Strange people. Avalon, yeah. Anyone, and anyone is still the answer, so, you know. Yeah. But yeah, crying. The easiest way of getting to learn potions, do like Virgil here and get yourself a private lesson, and you and I will do potion work, because there is a little bit about temperature, maths, and what items it should go in when, where, and how. So yeah, 2 hours. Lessons. Let's start cooking, you and I. How you doing, Mary? I'm doing absolutely magical. So Avalon, it's as simple as that. If you do know the person that you want to cast a spell on and so on and so forth, one, you need to know if they're religious, you need to know them, if they have any protections, if they've done witchcraft before, so on and so forth. Like, what is their practice, so we can go either around it, through it, over it, under it, you get it. So yeah, she's insisting that it's my calling. Yeah, you see, fanatic, Malcolm. I told her I'm more aligned with the infernal. You see, and free yes and no questions, Mallow. This is my full-time job. I hope that answers that question. Too bad I can't pay for anything online. Crying. I get you. I get you. Same. For anyone out there in the wide world of the web, TikTok, does it say a timer on the restriction by any chance? Oh, you see? Yeah. Red flag. Did A cast a spell on me in the past to attach me to him? No. $5 minutes? Oh, there is a timer at least. Okay. Are you live? Am I crazy? Mountain? Both are yes. I am live and you are crazy. Correct. Very correct, Mountain. Yes. Is the bone throwing a free yes or no? No. Now 4. Lovely. It's 12 a.m. Now my time. Walking home. Lovely. What was the wildest thing you've seen regarding to witchcraft? Nothing. You need to be really open-minded if you do deal with witchcraft. Some people are really strange when it comes to like spell books that states things that they aren't really comfortable with, and I'm like, no. So I don't really see strange stuff. Can I ask, why do you have herbs and trinkets on your mic? Because it looks nice. Simple as that. Deal with it. Thank you so much. Love the music. Mary, thank you. Do you believe in God? Yes, Michael. Do you? You don't seem like you do. You might want to read either the Quran or the Bible, depending on what you're coming from, I suppose. Love the reason? Same. Yeah, right? Also, it smells nice. So, you know, there's that. What I do really want to is like real nice dried out flowers and stuff like that. That would be fucking beautiful as well. Right, Virgil? Right? That's what I mean. I want it. Could start growing some ranks and make it grow alongside the mic. Like changing them depending on the season. Right, Virgil. Right. I really want that though. That would be absolutely stunning. Which god do you believe in, if it's okay to ask? All of them, Lola. Look up an omnist from an academical standpoint. Virgil. Virgil. Virgil? Virgil? My internet is really low. Should I be doing research on divination? Micah? That is a good question. There is a deeper question. Virgil, what do you mean you can't do much more? What the fuck? That is way more than I... You motherfucker. I didn't expect one single penny, Virgil. And you're like, I can't do much. Thank you, Virgil. You have no idea how much that helps me. In so many ways. Thank you. Lola, yes, a polymathical omnist. Is it me, but I feel like the only way I can achieve my full potentials, which is by living by myself. Crying, you could. Everyone does it differently. For example, I have my wife playing World of Warcraft next to me. And poppers right there. So, you know. Omnitheist, that is not really how that is. It's called an omnist. Is there a particular god or pantheon you prefer to work with? Not necessarily. They do work with me, though, rather. I would say. I don't really call upon them. It's like, for example, when people say they call upon Hecate when they are doing road work or something, like, no, she's the god of crossroads, not the possibilities. And I don't want to force upon any deity, spiritual being, into a shape or a thing that they aren't used to, or a domain that they wouldn't like to work with, you know? Should I be trying to get back my clairvoyance I lost in my late teens? Yes. There's also seems to be another deeper question there, Markov. I mean, I know I am safe to do that anyway. It's just taking in another budget. Virgil, you motherfucker. Thank you. As I said, it's... You have no idea. Thank you. It's allergies. Don't worry about it. I have no idea I want to live in the forest and become a scary legend. Honestly, crying. Make that a New Year's. What's it called? It's not a proposition. New Year's promise, I suppose you can call it. And just make yourself your current town's folklore. Yeah, Virgil, don't. Resolution, thank you, Shane. Shari. I'm just going to call you Shari. Way easier. Do you celebrate National Day, by the way? Nah. No one does that. It's Sweden. We don't have any National Day to really celebrate. No, we didn't really break loose from another country. Like, way back in the 1900s, we had to choose a national day. Like, when should we celebrate? A day where it's most likely for people to get off work. That was the vote, and then we made a 6th of June the thing. Well, have I stumbled upon Witch Talk? Hi, ask anything about witchcraft. Spells, gods, deities, beasts, myths, legends, world history, and so on and so forth. Switzerland National Day is the 1st of August. Cool, Virgil. Who the fuck asked? No, sorry. Why? That is my question. Why? What ritual can I do to experience something paranormal? Sit with me for 2 hours learning mediumship. Trust me. It hits quite quickly. Do I need to get rid of the ashes from incense stick? No, but you can use it for salt so that you can make some black salt if you do want to learn astral projection. Do I need to get rid of... No, I already did that. Do you believe in shapeshift tests exists? Yes. I'm an honest. Supposedly because it was the day it was formed, but I'm betting with a Celtic holiday. Most likely so, yeah. Something alongside the works of some kind of Celtic or Gaul history event thing where the Romans were like, nah, we're just gonna let this space go, we can't be bothered. Talk to me. Hi. It's a very quick way of getting yourself blocked though. And you requested a live box? Bruh. Stop being entitled. Bye. Loch Nessad is on the 1st of August, so there is that, Virgil. Should really celebrate that in Nice, France. In Sawain? It's a place. I mean, Virgil, the Nice is literally named after Loch Nessad, so there is that. You know, his name was spread alongside the whole Gaul Empire. If unmodified practice that originates from another country, would it be insensitive to practice? No. For example, that is why we got hoodoo. Voodoo came alongside slave trade and created hoodoo because voodoo couldn't survive in a new space or place. Because new faunas, new spirits, new beings, new ideas, new ideologies alongside a very long boat travel for a lot of chained up people. So no, of course not. Not necessarily, Star. Although, for example, depending on who you ask, hoodoo is still a closed practice. For others, it's an open practice. So it really depends on who you ask. I'm in the Philippines. We have a creature called the aswang, a shapeshifter that's a witch vampire werewolf. Yes, indeed. You also have those really freaky vampire stuff that just cuts themselves open and flies away with the top half. So, yeah. Would you recommend book Islamic Witchcraft? Natasha Helvin. I do recognize Natasha Helvin. Give me 2 seconds. Natasha Helvin. Boop. No, it's a pseudonym. I don't trust that shit. No. That's actually what I'm talking about. I'm from African and wanted to know if it would be wrong. No, honestly, no. Absolutely not. But as I said, it depends entirely on who you ask. For example, if you do work with Orishas and stuff like that, there are, like, you can see alongside the Mediterraneans how Orishas kind of got more integrated with, like, Italian practices and Spanish practices, but only alongside the Mediterranean borders kind of thing. You can also see, for example, in Cyprus, there are a lot of different kind of practices because that was, like, the main hub for market and sales and stuff like that. But no, I wouldn't say so. Not necessarily. Well, are you asking about a very specific practice, though, Star? Do I need to be researching more into my spiritual lineage? Ooh, that is an interesting one, though. Yes. Yes. Deeper question. Double yes and a deeper question. So definitely both sides, but also another deeper question. And it's believed witches can turn into them through rituals of negative magic and cannibalism. Yes, it's usually the cannibalism crime that gets the negative connotation of being a witch or becoming a witch. Always. Brandon Bruce, thank you for following, beautiful. Can I do another goodie bag just to bump this up again? Could be fun. I'm researching about origins for my part of Africa. Oh, what part of Africa though? How do I properly cast a protection spell? Depends entirely on the practice that you do. So what practice do you do, Brandon? Honestly, if you do ask that and someone says straight out, oh yeah, do this, use this tool, use this candle, use this color, use this herb and stuff like that, take that as a red fucking flag, Brandon. Because they don't care about your practice, they care about theirs. Why do we experience paranormal events at theater, cinema, and recording/dance studios? Because anywhere that is an open, freaky space that usually is filled with movement gets more susceptible for movements. It's almost like, you know how the human nose is built to note new smells. So for example, while you love the smell of pancakes, you can be in a room with pancakes for an hour and all of a sudden you don't smell the smell of pancakes. But the newest smell that comes in, if someone wears a perfume, you notice that straight away. Then it gets dulled out as well. That is how the smell works. It's kind of the same with spaces that require movement. What is the most powerful witchcraft in the world? Currently, that is not how that works. There are 600,000 different kind of practices. They are just different kind of cogwheels, not necessarily different kind of stronger cogwheels of the world. You know? It's like saying, what kind of IQ is the best to have, Curly? Okay, we have one inscription of Logovis in Switzerland, and it's not that far from us, so let me go there. Reason why they don't age and basically mortal, not killed by another. Yeah. Can I ask a question? Amsis, you can ask any witchcraft question. If you do want a reading or anything like that though, or for example a lesson or a book on witchcraft, pop into my profile, click the thing in my bio and get whatever you need from there. Otherwise, ask anything about witchcraft. And Gayatri, you know exactly where to find those readings. You've been here before. I love it when the goodie bags pops off and people keep sharing. Heck yeah. Crying, sometimes it's not that either. 600,000 different kind of practices, and then you can kind of imagine the amount of people practicing those practices. Steve, how you doing, beautiful? How you doing? Thank you for all the shares, people. Thank you for all the shares. And if you are here and you're honestly also interested in witchcraft, ask anything about witchcraft. If you want a tarot reading, if you want to read the bones, if you want to do a spell to get your ex back, curse your ex, or have some fun with that, I offer it on. Have fun. Are my current spiritual benefits serving me, or do I need to look elsewhere? Elsewhere, by the look of it. What would you say are some intriguing books? My own. I got 5 books on the topic. If you're interested. My latest one is one of my proudest ones because one of my witchcraft bachelors is in there. So yeah, it's a witch's guide to tourism. Like I was trying to say, it depends. The practitioner is skilled and very knowledgeable. Sometimes not that either. Just wanted yes and no. Indeed, Amsis, you can get a yes and no reading from my profile. Pop into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get your readings. I think bots are joining just to steal the coins from people who actually care. Not impossible. Absolutely not impossible. But it gives me algorithm uppies. What's a quick test for someone to check if they are gifted? Depends entirely on what gift you're testing for. There's billions of talents and metaphysical talents and abilities and stuff like that. I wrote a book about it even. And I think I wrote about just 40, 50 talents, give or take, in my 4th book. So, yeah. Could I ask if the path I picked was what I needed right now? Of course you can. Pop it in my profile. Click the thing in my bio and get yourself a reading from there so we can check on that. Feels like that every time someone does a portal, bots swarm in and collect the coins and leave. But I'm not making portals though, I'm making goodie bags. I'm confused. Is Hecate related with Artemis and Diana? Wife? Is Hecate related with Artemis and Diana? Related in what way, Jay? Artemis and Diana is the same being. Yes. One is Italian, that's all. We'll see what Jay says. I'll come back to. If the viewers shoot up when the goodie bag is put up and drops when it's over, it's bots. Ruby, but it is algorithmical uppies. The first time I started Witchcraft, I thought I was gonna fly on a broom, crying, why aren't you? What made you stop? I think I'm here mostly because I don't read books. Was fucking fair though. You can ask anything you want to here. You can get a lot from movies and documentaries as well, to be honest. Trust me, dude, I can't read. My wife can tell you that much. She's nodding her head. This song sucks. Gant. What? Repeat what? What does that even mean? Gant. Negant? Ruby, what are you trying to say? It's getting weird. Why is witchcraft considered something bad or going into darker side? It is not, I think. And Jay, you have to thank a lovely being named Kramer for that one, who wrote the Malleus Maleficarum back in 1489. Well, he didn't write it in 1489. We just know that by 1489, the book was well published into the common household, no matter if they could read it or not. He's the biggest bigot and woman hater in the world, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, he wrote the Hammer of the Witches, and ever since, any woman that has a bit of knowledge and can speak up for themselves turned into something negative and bad. We see that still remaining today in a lot of parts of the world. Someone had fun in the wiki. Why the fuck did they say Lug is an inspiration for the Pokemon Lug? Virgil? Yes, that's gotta be it. The guy who can't read Pergananet, but you just wrote G-A and N-T, Negant as well. Like, I think it got filtered otherwise. Literally doesn't say. What do you mean I can't read? You never seen the Pergananet video on YouTube, Ruby? I'm pergante. Am I pregnant? Am I pregnant? Pregant. I think that's one of them as well, yeah. Do you think Jesus was a sorcerer before he was mistakenly proclaimed as the Son of God? That is one of many possibilities, yes. He is depicted holding a wand there in early depictions as well. I'm Greg Nant. Am I Greg Nant? Yes. That's one of them. Virgil, definitely more probably that one, yes. I'm gonna ask the bones that now. Malka, do it. Bullshit questions against bullshit answers. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Heck yeah. Checking, vad är 7? Vad är 7? Malkav. Malden. Oh, Black Point? No. I talk to people who talk to me, Black Point. Bertle? Yes, I do. That was a while ago, though. Bertle? A while ago. Is its name linked to log? Deeper question. Is it linked to Lugia, Virgil? It's gotta be linked to Lugia. It's the Lugier. Well. Virgil, it's gotta be the Lugier. I said, hello, brother. Yes, I saw that, and I did say hi, but then you stopped texting. Yuli Ramos, hola, ¿cómo estás? Virgil? Okay. Lock up. Yeah, I know. Delia? Yeah. Pop into my profile. Click the thing in my bio and get yourself a reading from there. We used to do it for Heartme's. But you haven't even sent the Heartme now, have you, Delia? That does not mean that you have to send a Heartme now. Okay? Calm down. What do you think of who? That is a great question. That is one of my character names on World of Warcraft. Who? Will I ever have a lightning moment? Ever? No. No, Delia. Go into my profile. Click the link in my bio. And you can find live readings and private readings there. Have you been to New Orleans? No. Most likely not stepping into the US while US being the US. The Anne part of the city is certainly linked to the Celtic Onna, aka water. Fair enough. So good, Julie Ramos. Heck yeah. Nice. Muy bien. It's the third part that gets people debating. Hope you have a great life, Julie Ramos. Thank you. Gracias. Gracias, as they say in France. Never done it. So yeah, people, I suppose, I mean, if anyone here knows or have ever seen the Supernatural TV show, the Supernatural TV show, right, Mountain? Wish it could be 100%, but here we are. But if you know the link, not the link, the music, you know what time it is. So, people, a few episodes, yes. A few episodes does not do it with this one song for you then. But yeah, I'm live every single Monday to Friday, 5:30 to 10 a.m. And right now it is 6:30 p.m. So you can kind of guess I'm really outside of my hours here. But we are going to try to be more live in the evenings as well. Monday to Tuesday. Right, that's the one. Monday to Friday. Every week. So, yeah. We live most of the time. If you are interested in witchcraft, send me a DM. If you are interested in getting a reading, send me a DM. If you're interested in spell work, send me a DM. You get it. Text me and we'll work it out. It's as simple as that. Works for you as viewers. I know, right? So yeah, if you also want to figure all of that out all on your own, go into my profile, click the link in my bio, and you can find everything that I offer there. You can find anything you need there. So yeah, get whatever you need there. And Marine, find me on TikTok, send me a DM. Virgil, fuck yeah. So yeah, YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. You guys have an amazing day and have the day that you deserve. I'll see you guys in the morning. In just about 12 hours.